Let's talk about smart homes. They promise us this world of incredible convenience, but what are they quietly taking from us in return? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden privacy costs that come with our super connected lives. And that really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? All that seamless convenience that we've come to love is powered by a nonstop stream of our most personal data. It all starts with just a simple voice command, but it ends with a company having a super detailed profile of your daily life.
Okay, so let's get into it. First off, why do we even buy these things? Well, the appeal is you can't deny it. It's all about creating a home that just gets you, one that automates all the little, boring things so we can focus on what actually matters.
And this whole ecosystem is just massive now. It usually starts with a voice assistant, which is kind of the brain of the operation. Then you add a security camera for the front door, maybe a thermostat that learns exactly how you like the temperature, and a TV that knows what you want to watch before you do. Every new device adds another piece to the puzzle, creating this perfectly customized, totally automated home. But here's the catch. With all that great connectivity comes a whole lot of vulnerability. What's really wild, and honestly a little creepy, is what's happening behind the scenes. These devices are collecting way more data than they actually need to do their jobs. Why? Because that data is gold. It's used to build these incredibly detailed profiles for targeted ads or to dream up new products. So let's break down exactly what they're grabbing. First up, audio. Obviously, your smart speaker is listening for its wake word, but it's also recording and storing your voice commands. And sometimes it records even when you don't mean for it to, catching little bits and pieces of private conversations. Next up, video. That smart doorbell isn't just capturing potential intruders. Nope, it's recording you, your family, your friends, anyone who rings the bell. Basically building a visual diary of your life. And then there's your location. So many of these smart devices are tied to apps on our phones, right? Well, that means they can track when you leave the house and when you get back, often just by using your phone's GPS. And when you put all that data together, you get this: occupancy patterns. Your devices start to learn your routine. When you wake up, when you're gone for work, even when you go to bed. And finally, your shopping habits. That smart fridge that can tell you you're out of milk? It might also be tracking everything you buy, tying your grocery list directly to your personal profile. So, why is all this data collection such a huge deal? Well, it's because the systems that are supposed to be protecting us often have these really fundamental flaws. Let's look at the 5 big ways your privacy is being put at risk. All right, let's run through these. First, hidden defaults. Right out of the box, a lot of these devices are automatically set to share your data. You have to actively go in and turn it off. Second, those super vague privacy policies. You know, the pages and pages of legal jargon you agree to without reading. Third, poor access controls. Guests or even your own kids can be recorded without ever giving their consent. Then there's just plain weak security, with things like outdated software or default passwords that are a hacker's dream. And finally, all this gets tied together with cross-device hacking, where data from your phone, your TV, and your thermostat are all combined to build one massive profile of who you are. Now, I know this can all sound a little theoretical, but these aren't just what-ifs. These vulnerabilities have very real and sometimes very scary consequences. Let's look at what happens when this data actually goes wrong. You're probably sitting there thinking, okay, but does this kind of thing actually happen to real people? And the unfortunate answer is yes, it really does. Just take this terrifying incident from 2020. A family realized that their smart baby monitor had been hacked. A total stranger was watching their child and even talking to them through the device's speaker. That's a complete violation of the very safety these devices are supposed to provide. It's a nightmare. And believe me, these are not just isolated events. We've seen huge tech companies get caught using human contractors to listen in on sensitive audio clips from their voice assistants.
And independent researchers, like the folks behind Mozilla's fantastic Privacy Not Included report, consistently find that so many of the most popular devices on the market fail even the most basic privacy and security tests.
Okay, so that's the problem. And I know it sounds pretty bad, but, and this is a big but, you are not powerless here. Let's shift gears and talk about what you can actually do to take back some control and protect your digital home. All right, here's your toolkit. First, the second you unbox a new device, dive into those settings and change the defaults. Don't let data sharing be the automatic choice. For everything, use strong, unique passwords and turn on two-factor authentication. Here's a pro tip. Put all your smart devices on a separate guest Wi-Fi network. It's like a digital quarantine. Also, before you buy a new gadget, read reviews about its privacy features. And please, always install firmware updates. They often have critical security fixes. And hey, when you're not using a device, that physical mute button or even just unplugging it is your best friend. At the end of the day, privacy is really a shared responsibility. Our job as users is to be proactive about the stuff. Use those strong passwords, check the settings, and just stay aware. But the burden isn't only on us. We have to demand that manufacturers do their part. That means building products with privacy by design from the ground up, giving us clear and simple policies and, only collecting the data they absolutely need to function.
And that brings us to this fantastic final thought. The technology itself is amazing, no doubt about it. But we can't really call it smart until our privacy is treated as a fundamental feature, something that's valued and protected, not just some legal box they have to check.
So, as we wrap up, I just want to leave you with this one question to think about. Your home is getting smarter every single day with every new device you bring into it. But it's really worth taking a moment to ask yourself, who is all of that intelligence truly working for? Is it working for you? Or is it working for someone else?